Good morning, everybody. Tara here again with another challenge, and this time I'm going to try blue. I have not done a blue challenge as of yet, so that's what I'm going to attempt to do today. I'm really bad at cut creases, but we're going to attempt that today too. So I'm just going to dive right into some of these products. I will be taking short little breaks in between, and you'll see me in fast forward for things like my foundation and mascara, things that tend to take a little too long, and you don't want to sit and watch me do that forever, so we'll throw some fast forwards in there to make this video a little bit more tolerable, a little shorter. So again, with that, we're just gonna dive right in. And first thing I do, I wash my face with my favorite moisturizer, with my favorite face wash, which is by Origins, called Checks and Balances. Wonderful stuff. And then now that I have a clean palette to work with, I'm going in with Beauty Stat Universal C Skin Refiner, and it's got lots and lots of vitamin C, which is very potent directly on the skin as opposed to ingesting it. So I highly recommend it. I also use a night moisturizer by Origins called High Potency Nitamins, and it very high in vitamin C moisturizer as well, because a lot of your face moisture, you lose moisture overnight, so it's good to replace that with something a little more healthy for your skin. So I use vitamin C on my skin day and night. Now, because that is such a light, almost dry kind of moisturizer, I am going to go in with a second moisturizer just to give a little hydration. And this is by Air Repair, called Complexion Boosting Moisturizer. I just took a little tiny bit. Put that in there. Make sure everything gets nice and covered, because this is going to help with your primer too. Today's primer I'll be going in with is Bobbi Brown's, is it Face Base? Face Base. Bobbi Brown Face Base. And I love the way this stuff smells. So I'm just going to take a teeny bit there. And I always do my eyes first, but I like to put my primer on for my foundation first, because it's going to give it a little time to absorb into my skin and make it all nice and prepared for that foundation. And I feel like I'm just tripping over my words today. I am so sorry. So now I am vitamined per se, I am moisturized, and I am primed. So first step, I'm going to jump in with my P. Louise base in rumor number 2, if I can get it open, because now my hands are so moisturized. There we go. And I start with a brush just to kind of get it where I want it to go. And then I go over it with a dry beauty blender to help it kind of flow with the skin. But this is going to help your eyeshadow stay on a hell of a lot longer and not crease or smudge during the day. Dry blender. See how much of a difference that makes. Yeah, you don't want to put color over this. It's not going to show up. You want a little bit lighter so that way your color will stick and stand out with this primer. Wonderful stuff. Nikki Tutorials got me stuck on this stuff. After watching so many of her videos and seeing that she uses this P. Louise eye primer, I love this stuff. I sent in for a sample size. Now I got to get a real size because I'm almost out. This stuff is wonderful. I never used to prime my eyes before. Never used concealer on my eyes until I started trying to attempt cut creases. That's the first time I started doing this with my eyes, but it's a very important process because, as Nikki Tutorial says, it's a crime not to prime even the eyes. Let's see what a difference that makes. Takes all the redness out of my eyes, so now my color will stick. Now I've got a few different palettes I'm working with here today. For this look, I want to go in with a really light nude starter as my transition color. So this is by the YC collection, and it actually does not have the names of these are so small I can't let's see, Silk. I believe this color is called Silk in the YC collection, and we're going to be using, where's my brush, this color right here. Just kind of right there in the crease and a little tiny bit above the crease. Okay, that gives me a little color back in there, but a more of a natural color and not all that redness we had going on before we did the primer. I really like this color. It's probably my favorite nude color out of all of my palettes. My second favorite would probably be something Truth, which means basic bitch in Dutch, I think. I'll tell you. Basic Truth. Love this color. Absolutely love this color, but as you can see, it's already started to show a little pan. I use that one a lot, so I need to start finding other nude colors in my collection. So when this one showed up, I was quite happy. Okay, done. Okay, close that one out. Now we're going to start with the crease color, and I believe for that I'm going to go in with ColourPop's Moonlight, which is this one right here. It's the lightest blue in the palette. And we're just going to jump right into that crease. Now don't go above that crease because into the bottom of that brow bone. That's where you want that transition color to kind of stand out a little bit against all these, a collection of brights, maybe a dark and a shimmer blue. You still want that transition shade in there. I know it looks funny now, but as they always say, trust the process. That one looks just a little lighter than my other one. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I'm going to play with some of these colors here to see what I can pull off. I've got my blue in my crease. I'm going to take a blending brush, smooth that out a little bit. Okay, now I got it right where I want it. Here comes the tricky part. Do I do the dark or do I do the cut crease first? Let's do, okay, I have an idea. We're going to go in with Urban Decay's Prince palette in the color Computer Blue, which is right here. We're going to put that right in, let it fall out, double tap that. You want that right in the center. Don't go too far in the inner corner because we're going to put a shimmer there, and don't go too far on the outer corner because we're going to put a real deep dark blue, almost a smoky effect. Almost. I'm getting better at that. And blue is a tricky color to work with. You gotta get it just right, because you want somebody in a crowd to say, oh, look at that girl with the pretty blue eyes, even though your eyes are brown. Not, oh my god, look at that girl with the blue eyeshadow. And as I was growing up and getting into makeup, I used to, one of my things I used to say is blue eyeshadow should be illegal. But now that I've learned to play with it properly, it can turn out quite nice if you know what you're doing. And I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay, now that I got that where I want it, let's see, let's try this cut crease. Oh boy, I am nervous. But before we do a cut crease, let's pick a color. Let's go in with, let's go in with Billie Jean. Billie Jean is in the ColourPop Blue Moon palette. I didn't mention that before. And it's dead center, right there. Okay. Put my close-up mirror on here. Get a little concealer going on if I can find. Come on, tell me you got a little bit left in there. Oh, you do. Okay, you do. Wonderful. Okay, so just enough on the brush to to do this here. Go right all the way down to the inner corner and go just over enough where it meets that blue in the middle that you just did. Now don't go up too far. You don't want to get above the crease, because then when you open your eyes to blink, if it's not dry, you're going to end up with a streak across your crease, and that will not be easy to fix. Okay, let that get a little tacky, and let's see what we got here. Go in with a tiny brush. Oh, and see, it just did exactly what I was trying to tell you guys not to do. Get it up to the crease. Oops. Okay. Again, going with Billie Jean. And we're just gonna dot this on here first while it's still tacky. Let that do its thing for a minute while I attempt to do the other eye. Lost the brush. Here we go. Let's try this again. Maybe a little too much on the brush. Kind of a rough makeup day, but I'll give you my best. Not my best work, but I will give you my best effort. I promise. Okay. Again, while it's tacky, Billie Jean is not my love. Okay, tap, tap, tap. Okay, now we got that where we want it. Now we're going to take a, not too bad, not too bad. Getting better at these cut creases. It's not the best, but it's not terrible. So now I'm going to take a small, very small blending brush, and I'm going in with the color Clued In out of the ColourPop, this really dark one right here, which I haven't used before, so I'm scaring myself a little bit. Don't forget to tap. ColourPops usually have a lot of fallout in their pans. So from here, right in the outer corner. In the crease, and we're probably gonna get a small clean blending brush to bring that computer blue better into blend the Billie Jean. Definitely like this dark blue in the corner. Very pretty. Maybe I'll even spice it up a bit and put some blue mascara on just to bring out the bright in the inner corner. Okay. Now I'm going to take a small blending brush. We're going to tap just a touch of computer blue in the middle. And kind of blend it together a little bit so the shimmer gradiates over toward that middle blue and then outward towards that dark blue. Okay, I think I got it where I want it. Okay, take a closer look. Now, it's not blending it as well as I thought it would, so I'm going to take the same brush with a touch, just a smidge of Billie Jean, where these two meet, and brush it over to take out that harsh line. Okay, now I'm going to use the color Lumi. Get another clean brush here. And that would be in ColourPop Blue Moon. The Lumi is this one right here. Oh, wrong brush, wrong brush. Okay, again, same small blending brush. Go in with the Lumi and just barely put it under your brow. And try it and leave that transition, that nude shade in there. Don't go over it. See, just a little tiny bit. Make sure it gets blended in good. Just what I wanted it to do. Okay, like so. Now I'm going to put away my Urban Decay palette, but I'm keeping my ColourPop palette out because I'm going to want to do some lines under here after I do my foundation. So I will be right back. I'm gonna do my foundation really quick and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I have done my foundation and concealer, now it's time to bake. Okay, now that I have done my foundation, concealer, and done my baking, I'm going to backtrack a little bit so you can see what I used. For my foundation, I used Maybelline's Super Stay Full Coverage in 120. That is Classic Ivory. I'm almost out of it. I need to get some more of that. For concealer, I used Dose of Colors. Love this stuff. And for powder, I went in with Fit Me by Maybelline in 10 Fair Light. Now we're going to move on to my eyebrows so we can finish my my eyes here. Quick little brush. And I got just your basic eyebrow palette. And I'm going to go in with the color, ash brown, right down here at the bottom. Fill in these brows, make them come back. Color back in my brows. Okay, now we're gonna move on to mascara, which again takes a couple of minutes, so I'm gonna do this in fast forward. I'm going to use my eyelash curler, and after that I'm going to go in with my Il Maquillage mascara in the color Black Card, and it is a lift, curl, and lengthen mascara. Love this stuff. The wand is a little different. It's only got the brush on one side, not the other, so got to be a little careful with that. So I'm going to do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's finish this up. Today, I think I'm going to go with some pink tones to complement the blue. So the first thing I'm going to do is going in with my, what do they call this? Skin Hugging Foundation brush, but I actually use it as a bronzer brush because of the way it goes along with the face. This makes a great bronzer brush because I don't put foundation on with a brush. I use a dry sponge. So I'm gonna get a little bit of this bronzer in here and put a little color back in my face so I don't look so pale. And I only recently started using bronzer because as my foundation gets lighter, as I lose my summer tan, I start to look a little white with the foundation that I use. So put a little bronzer under there. Done with that. Now we're going to go, oh, I forgot to show you guys what that was. This bronzer was by Hourglass in the color Ambient. Wonderful little thing there. Now for my contour, I'm going in with Will Powder in the color Stamina. I'm going to start from out, going in. Right here above, right where the corner of your ear is, and kind of a curve down to your mouth. That done. Okay, now let's go in with a little color on the cheeks, and with that I'm using Ciate's Pinch Me. Love this really light pink. Right in the, what do you call that, the apples of your cheeks. Okay, and today the highlighter I want to go with is actually, where did I put that one highlighter that I like so much? Let's see, I'm going to do that in the corners. Where, oh where? I'll be right back. I need to find my highlighter. Oh wait, nope. I know where it's at. It is in right here. Also by Will Powder, and this is in the color Worth the Wait. I'm gonna take my, where did I put my highlighter brush? Oh no, here we go. And just fluffy brush. Take a little bit of that, put that up here. Just a tiny bit, just enough to give you that glow. And not to throw a kink in the plans, but I want to show you this eye trick. I'm going to go in with small blending brush and in Ofra by Nikki Tutorials highlighter Everglow. I'm going to use this white one right here. Put a little bit on my brush, just a tiny bit. Go right in the corner here, just to bring out that blue. Kind of like that. A little goes a long way with this highlighter palette. Okay, all highlighters have been finished. All cheek colors have been finished. We are going to go in right here and put a little more blue forward to go on the lips. And for that, I'm going in with the color Fine China, this really bright blue one right here in the ColourPop palette. Just a tiny bit. Put it right in the corner, right here. Okay, got that where I want it. Now I'm going to take what's called a smudge brush, if I can find it. Here we go. Small, very small smudge brush. Now that we're done with that palette, I'm going to go in and kind of buff that out to make it just a little softer. That. Okay, now let's move on to lips. I'm going to use the, I can't even tell, the The name of this has worn off so long ago, it's not even funny. Just a dark mauve lipstick or lip liner will be just fine. My close-up little spot mirror here. Okay, got that right where I want it. Now today I'm using a brand new color I have not got to break out with yet, and it is by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color Poet. Really like this color. I think it'll be a good mixture with what I got going on here. Ooh, it's very dark. A lot darker than it is in the bottle. Oh wow, that is dark. I think I'm going to need my lip brush. I have never used this color before, so I wasn't expecting this. Ooh, it dries very quickly too. Don't know if I'm cool with that. Very difficult to spread. It's so dark, I don't know if I want to finish off with a lip gloss or not. I'll be honest, I'm not quite color with the happy of the lipstick. Let's go in with a little bit of lip gloss and see if that helps just a smidge with a really light pink gloss. Maybe that'll lighten that up. I feel like I'm taking forever today. Taking forever. Stumbling on my words. Yeah, much better. There we go. Now let's get my hair down and see how this completed look will go today. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. So let's see the difference. My hair's still wet a little, so forgive me for that. But I guess this is my completed look for the day. I think it turned out quite nicely. Let me know what you think in comments below, or thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe to my channel. But I like your input, so I know how well I'm doing or how well I'm not doing. I love your input, so I appreciate every single one of you that take the time out of your day to watch this. And with that, I wish you a good day, and see you later.